Well, howdy everybody, and welcome to another edition of Stockshow Confidential. I'm Terry Jordan. This week, we visit the biggest little city in the world. We're talking about Reno, Nevada, for the Reno Goat Classic. We'll have an open show, and then the ABGA show, which stands for the American Boer Goat Association. It is a sanctioned show with people represented by about 6 states here. It's going to be a good one. Stay tuned. Here in Reno, we saw a battling duel between 2 young ladies that, well, I think are 2 of the top showgirls anywhere in the country. We're going to hear from Erin and Brittany and what it takes to be friends and competitors. Here at the Reno Classic, well, I'm alongside of Erin and Brittany, and these 2 young ladies yesterday kind of battled it out in the show ring in there. You guys were working, you were sweating, it was a little bit warm in there. Yeah. Erin, tell me how you finished out yesterday.
I won intermediate showmanship, so that was good.
Absolutely. Anytime that you can win showmanship, you know, and I tell people that a lot back when my daughter showed that anybody can go buy a grand champion animal if they have deep enough pockets, but not everybody can show it.
No.
So sometimes you can take an inferior animal, somebody that may have bought a more expensive animal than you can move them up a class if you're a good showman.
Yep.
And you did an excellent job. Now, Brittany, let's talk about your day yesterday. How was it?
It was great. I was proud of myself because we've kind of always been, like, me and Erin have always shown together and I've always looked up to her, so to be competing against her like so closely was a good deal for me. So I was proud of myself.
I know I took a little extra added time. I appreciate the Jeopardy theme music. But I think even Alex Trebek would probably have a little trouble with this one, especially the top 2 young ladies we have up here. You 2 young ladies do a fabulous job. Hold your heads up. This was an extremely tough competition. Y'all did very, very well.
So tell me how old you are.
I'm 15.
15. What grade?
I'm going to be a sophomore.
And how long you been showing goats?
Since I was 9 years old.
9. And where do you see this progressing? Where do you see yourself going after your career of showing goats? What are you going to do?
I kind of want to either become a vet or like a geneticist or something like that, so I can stay with livestock and do stuff like that. And
what's your long-term goals, or where you see yourself going?
After high school, after I graduate, I want to go to college and I want to become a labor and delivery nurse.
Oh, wow.
Of course, I'll stay in the livestock industry, but...
Raise some kiddos up and put them back in the show barn one of these days.
Yep, of course.
Well, you girls, both of y'all are so pretty when y'all are in the ring, and I watch y'all in there, and you do an outstanding job in showmanship. It's just incredible to watch you. It seems like the girls do a little bit better job than the guys do. Why is that?
Because girls are better at everything.
What was that like, waiting and waiting and waiting, because it took quite a while?
It was intense. It was really nerve-wracking, and I kind of thought for a minute there she had me beat because I taught her, you know, and we've been friends for forever, so I was like, yep, she's got it. Might as well stop now. No,
well, and that would have been okay with you too, had she won it.
I'd rather her beat me than anyone else.
Yeah. Well, you know, that's the thing about the stock show industry is we have so many friends that are willing to help us. And we talked to a young lady earlier that went through a tragic situation. She was in a car wreck. She was in the ring yesterday with y'all, and she has touched a lot of people's lives. So the goat community really comes together with everybody, and it's neat to be a part of it, huh?
Yeah, definitely is.
Well, ladies, as we kind of close out the Reno Goat Show here. Y'all were so competitive yesterday, and I'm sure that's going to be a long, ongoing situation between the two of you. So I wish both of you the very best of luck. Keep doing what you're doing. You're outstanding.
Thanks.
Thank you.
When we come back, we're going to meet a very special family that overcame a very tragic car accident. And 3.5 months later, here she's back in the show ring. You're going to hear from Sean and Colleen. Well, friends, be sure and check out StockshowConfidential.com, our Breeders' Corner. We have the top lamb, goat, pig, and cattle breeders listed there. Check it out. This week, we'd like to showcase some of the top breeders listed there.
Boer Farms consist of 25 Yorkshire and crossbred sows. They are focused on producing high-quality show pigs and Yorkshire breeding stock. Their number one goal is to help youth have a positive winning experience while developing lifelong customers and friends. Boer Farms is committed to making livestock better and looks forward to working with you. BoerFarms.com. For the past 5 years, M&M Show Goats has been working hard to combine the right genetics to get the top quality of breeding and weather stock that they have today. With over a decade of Boer Goat experience, contact Shannon Prescott anytime and let him help you with your next champion. MNMShowGoats.com. If you'd like to be part of this exciting opportunity to showcase your breeding program or have an upcoming sale that you would like to promote, contact me at Terry at StockshowConfidential.com.
You load them up, you head them out, you load them off again. Showing is tough, but it's everything in between that knocks livestock off their appetite. Get them ready for the show ring with the industry's leading 1-2 punch, Sure Champ and VitaCharge. Fortified with Amifirm, Sure Champ contains the right balance of minerals and vitamins to maintain a strong, steady appetite, to keep your livestock looking and feeling their best. And VitaCharge stimulates appetite after those long road trips or times of stress and gets your livestock back on track. Sure Champ and VitaCharge. More wins, more appetite. Learn more at SureChamp.com.
Well, welcome back. We saw a lot of tears shed in the arena yesterday as a young lady came in, and you're going to hear her amazing story about recovery from an automobile accident. Her name is Colleen, along with her dad, Sean. Y'all are at the Reno Goat Show, the Reno Classic, I think is what they're calling it. But you guys went through a difficult time not too long ago. Take me back to April of this year.
Well, back in April, we decided to go, my daughter wanted to go to the prom. Her and her boyfriend wanted to go to Los Angeles. They call it the fashion district up there, to buy her prom dress. We went up there, we got her a prom dress. We came back, and on the way back, the car I was driving is Expedition. One of my tires blew out, and I lost control of the vehicle, and we went across 4 lanes of highway and hit the center guardrail. My daughter didn't have her seatbelt on. She was ejected out of the vehicle, and me and my wife and her boyfriend, Eric, went out there and saw my daughter on the road, took her to the hospital. The doctors pretty much told us that they never in the world thought she'd ever make it.
Colleen, for a young person such as yourself to go through such a tragic event, you told me yesterday when you came out of the coma in the hospital, the first thing that you said was, I want to show goats. Why?
Because when I was in fifth grade, I love animals, and I've always wanted to show animals. And so my mom moved me out from a county school into a country school, and then I told my mom, I was like, so if I can find out how to sign up for 4-H, can I do it? She's like, yeah, if you find the way to do it, I'll do it for you. And I was like, okay. So I asked her, my teachers at the school if they know anybody that does 4-H. And they said, yeah, that there was a kid there, and I was talking to the kid, and their mom contacted us and told us how to do it and all. So I started doing 4-H. At first I wanted to do dairy heifers, but we had to breed them, keep them for over a amount, and we didn't have the facilities to do that. And with the goats, we only have them for like 60 days, and we sell them afterwards. And so my mom and dad were like, okay, that's okay, we can do that. And I was like, okay. And so I've been showing Boer Goats since I think 7th grade, and I've loved it ever since.
Where do you see this progressing? Where do you see showing goats taking you later in life?
Where I work at, I've done medication, I've helped do a C-section, I helped do a lot of stuff. I helped give birth and everything. I truly want to become a vet later down the line after I get out of like college and stuff. I want to become a vet. That's the main priority for me, but that's where I see everything going.
Well, fortunately for you, you told me that you don't remember anything about the accident, but there is one thing that you are going to remember, and that's coming to the Reno Classic and walking out with the top honor yesterday. You did pretty good.
Thank you.
Tell me about that. What did it feel like? You know, coming into the goat show, I saw a lot of tears shed in there yesterday when you won that. So you have a lot of people behind you helping you.
Yeah. I felt amazing. Even when I first signed up to come to the show, I was ecstatic. I couldn't wait to go. I was happy to come. And I was more hoping for like grand champion or something like that, but I was just happier with my placings that I've gotten because I haven't really worked with my animals as good as I should be because of my injuries and stuff. Right. But I do go out because I'm supposed to be out in the mornings feeding, but my mom does that for me. Go out in the morning feeds, but in the afternoon I go out and help showmanship practice, everything for my animals, and they don't quite work right with me, but they have to get used to it, I guess.
You're a very lucky young lady, and with your mom and dad standing over there and bringing you to the shows, what would you tell your mom and dad if you could tell them one thing?
Thank you for everything.
You know, they stood behind you. They said they never left your side while you were in the hospital. So, Sean, let's talk about how the goat community kind of came together for you guys. What all did they do?
There's many goat people that sent money, that sent Pam Sola, her and her husband Vince. They brought up a trailer to LA for us first to go take showers, go sleep in, stuff like that. It's just been wonderful. I mean, it's just everybody kicked in there. This was Colleen's first show back. She done excellent at the show. I mean,
well, you know what? God does answer prayers, and I would say that you're a very, very lucky man. Thanks for sitting down with us.
Thank you.
You're watching Stockshow Confidential. We'll be right back.
Stockshow Confidential is brought to you by the following sponsors: Sullivan Show Supply and Stockshow University, Sure Champ, Sunglow Feeds, 5 Star Ford, Justin Discount Boots and Cowboy Outfitters, EB Trailers, Liberson Livestock, and StockshowConfidential.com. For the ultimate in show cattle transportation, look no further than the EB Rough Deck with the Final Drive Option Package. They'll put you in command of the road and the show. With the same construction on gates, floors, latches, and doors as the EB commercial semi-trailers, you can be sure your trailer will not only look great, but perform like a champ for years to come. Check out EB's full line at your local dealer or on their website, www.mheb.com. Make my first choice in livestock trailers yours too, EB Trailers.
How about a big round of applause for our senior goat showmen out here? They did a great job, especially this top 3 and 4. These young ladies really worked hard and really know what they're doing, and it certainly shows. Hello everybody, my name is Charles Seeley. I'm a county extension agent in Calhoun County down in Port Lavaca, Texas. I had the distinct opportunity to judge the Reno Classic Weather Goat Show. This here was my supreme champion. He's going to be your champion heavyweight, your champion market weather. Congratulations. I'm going to tell you a little bit about what I was looking for and why I selected this particular goat as my supreme champion. I like to see them laid back at a 45-degree angle through their shoulder. I like them to be able to get out and travel around the ring with freedom of ease and flexibility through their lower skeleton. I also like to see them wide in their chest floor. I like to see them track towards me with a lot of width through their chest floor and between their front legs, and track away from me the same way. I like to see them track away really square from their hock all the way to the ground, and tracking wide as they go away from me. Now, as I rise above the foundation, I start looking at other attributes. I start looking at foot and bone size. I start looking at diameter of forearm. I start looking at the shape that they have through the center and the upper portion of their rib cage. Because for me, the more shape and dimension they work through the center and upper portion of their rib cage, the more muscularity they're going to be able to lay down the top side of their skeleton. I studied how his top line and his bottom line correlated with each other. For me, he's an extremely nicely designed wether, especially for his particular maturity pattern and his particular weight. This goat balanced up extremely well. He was extremely complete in terms of his composition, in terms of muscularity, base width, handle quality, and the way he was designed from the side. And I'm proud to say, this is your grand champion market wether of the 2013 Reno Classic.
I'm going to go out here and shake hands with your champion. Congratulations to all these exhibitors. Congratulations.
I'm here with Jesse Cornelius, and he's one of the 3 judges for the Reno Goat Classic. Now, Jesse, let's talk about what you're looking for whenever those goats first come in. Analyze them for me and tell me where you start and where you go from there.
I think when they first hit that ring, you want something that's complete, that's got some balance, they can move, structurally correct. Those are the things I really look for when they first hit the ring.
Do you see much of the quality changing from East Coast to West Coast down south? I mean, what's your thought on that?
This is probably a bigger show. I mean, the top end of all the shows are really good. The depth of quality at this show is really impressive. There's good goats from top to bottom.
Well, I understand congratulations are in order to you, my friend, because you were just announced as the Ag Teacher of the Year for the whole state of Mississippi.
On Wednesday at our Agriculture Teachers Conference, it was quite an honor. It's more for my family and for my students and my school district. We get a lot of support, and we really appreciate what they do to support our students. And this is part of it. We have a lot of kids that show livestock and do leadership events, and we're just blessed to be able to interact with students on a daily basis. I like to think that what we do really makes a difference, and it's a lot of fun when those students come back 5-10 years down the road, and they've got kids and they talk about what they learned in ag class or what they learned showing livestock. It makes you feel good. You don't see it every day, but in the long run, I guess we really are making a difference.
Well, I like whenever I listen to you in the ring and the way that you critique those goats. You take your time and you talk about each individual one, and you tell them what you saw today. Now, that may change on a different day and a different judge, but for today, whenever you analyze those, you're talking straight to them, and I appreciate the way that you do that. And I want to congratulate you for winning Ag Teacher of the Year. What an outstanding accomplishment. Thanks for joining us on Stockshow Confidential.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate being here.
Each and every week on Stockshow Confidential, we're going to highlight one of the many Sunglow product users on our featured Sunglow Spotlight. On this week's Sunglow Spotlight, we'd like to shine the spotlight on Hallie and Carrie Landry from Jeanerette, Louisiana. Sunglow feeds show ring proven. Their feeds have been developed over time to meet your animal's individual needs. One of the largest animal nutrition staffs and research programs in the world. The Sunglow product line blends nutritional technology with practical application to meet the unique needs of the show circuit. Sunglow feeds and specialty products optimized by Showmaster for the look of a champion. Check them out, sunglowfeeds.com. I'm here with Iris, and Iris, you started the Reno Classic. Tell me how that you had the idea to come to Reno. I think this is the first year y'all been here?
This was our first year, and the reason we did it here was to be able to bring in people from many different states. Reno is centrally located with good freeway systems, so people from western states all around can easily get here to participate.
So when we talk about all these folks coming in, let's talk about what's on the line. How much money can they win when they walk out here? I think this total purse of
It's $10,000, so we have $5,000 on Saturday and $5,000 on Sunday, and it was donated by Floyd Boyd, a John Deere tractor company, and we're very grateful to him for his generosity.
One thing that I got the opportunity yesterday to get involved with was the showmanship competition.
Yeah, that was fun.
How'd y'all come up with that idea?
Well, showmanship is usually done in the children's classes, and it teaches them to progress and become really good showmen as adults. But we like to make it a comical situation, so we gather all the adults. We have different divisions and ages of the showmanship. And of course the adults love to play clowns and love to have a lot of fun, and that's just what we did. We just had a lot of fun out there. It wasn't serious, it was just for laughs.
And we're going to have to use Stockshow Confidential. Just because I don't take bribes. Nice try, but I just don't take bribes.
At the Reno Goat Classic, you know, it's all about having fun and making memories. Well, we kind of did that out there just a moment ago. They had the senior adult showmanship. I thought I was going to get in there, Nancy, with a $100 bill on my head and the judge wouldn't take a bribe, but you ended up winning that. Tell me about what it took to win the adult showmanship.
Well, you know, I went in with a $20 bribe, and unfortunately $20 wasn't enough. He snuck it back in my back pocket. And I think it probably helped that I did give him the phone call that came for him when the class was going on, and it probably helped that I rode the buck for a little while and showed off his assets, which is, you know, his assets, his big little rump there when they were playing the booty song. So I think that got the judge's attention.
Going back in, if you could offer me some advice of maybe the next time I come up, what could I do a little bit better in there?
Well, I think you need to shake your booty a little bit more and kind of like, you probably would do better under a female judge. That's just my opinion.
Would it be more like this?
Yeah, more like that, you know. Yeah, that's
Okay.
much better.
All right, I'm gonna try that next time.
Okay.
Well, I know the quality of goats that y'all have brought here. We've had the opportunity to analyze animals from all across the United States. And I can honestly tell you that these are some of the finest animals we've seen anywhere. So y'all ought to be proud of the show that you have here.
Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I think all the exhibitors are pretty happy with what they have.
And what a great facility as well.
Yeah, it's been real nice.
So we're gonna come back here again next year?
Oh, you bet, I hope you do.
The biggest little city in the world.
Big and lots of fun here.
Absolutely, all right. Iris, thank you so much, and
And-
thanks for inviting us.
Thank you for coming. Appreciate it a lot.
All right. Well, friends, thanks once again for joining us on another edition of Stockshow Confidential. As we close it out from Reno, Nevada, we've had a great time here. The adult showmanship yesterday kind of capped it all off for us. So I'm Terry Jordan. Until next time, here's hoping that we'll see you in the winner's circle. Closed captioning brought to you by Stand Alone Feed.